Welcome to iTech Academy. Today we are going to talk about 10.7 creating dynamic web pages using PHP and MySQL. First, I am going to introduce PHP. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. It is an open source server-side scripting language used for the development of web applications. That means we can use PHP as a scripting language to develop web applications. PHP got popular due to two important reasons. They are PHP is an open source software. Second one, it's a server-side language. We know there are two different categories of scripting languages: server-side scripting languages and client-side scripting languages. PHP is a type of server-side scripting languages. Next, PHP is an HTML embedded web scripting language. This means PHP code can be inserted to HTML code of a web page. PHP also runs on various platforms. That means operating systems like Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac operating system. So this is the introduction of PHP language. PHP is compatible with almost all servers used today. For an example, Apache, IIS servers are supporting PHP language and also support a wide range of databases. You can download the PHP resource from the website www.php.net for free. Then, going to talk about PHP files. PHP files can contain normal text, HTML code, CSS code, JavaScript code, and PHP code. PHP codes are executed on the server. That's why we call it a server-side language. And the result is returned to the browser as plain HTML document. PHP files have the extension .php. That means when you save a PHP file, you have to save it with the file extension .php. There are two different ways to install PHP. First method, you have to install a web server like Apache first. After that, we need to install the PHP language. Then we have to install a database like MySQL. So first method, we are installing the web server, PHP package and MySQL database separately. Or we have the second method. In second method, we can install either XAMPP or WAMP server to our computer. When you install XAMPP or WAMP server to our computer, we will get all the above three components: web server, PHP and database in the same software application. Therefore, we don't need to configure the web server, PHP and database server separately. because web server, PHP and database are automatically configured by XAMPP or WAMP when you install it to your computer. You can download the XAMPP server or WAMP server from the given websites on the screen. When you double click on XAMPP setup, you will get the given setup on the screen. There you have to click on next. Then XAMPP software will be installed to your computer system. When you install XAMPP, sometime you may get an alert like this. Windows Firewall has blocked some features of this program. When you get this security alert, you have to click on the button Allow Access. When you allow it, XAMPP software will be installed to your computer system. After that, you can start Apache and MySQL server. By selecting Apache and MySQL options, you can do so. Now we are moving to the basic PHP syntax. See the screen? A PHP script can be placed anywhere in the document. When you write a web document, you can place this PHP script anywhere in that document. A PHP script starts with less than question mark PHP and ends with question mark greater than mark. Like in HTML, we have a starting part of the PHP and ending part of the PHP. The starting part is less than mark question mark PHP. Then ending part is question mark greater than mark. You have to place your PHP code between this starting part and ending part. Normally, PHP statements are ending with a semicolon. That's a must. All keywords in PHP language like if, else, while, echo, classes, functions and other user-defined functions are not case sensitive in PHP, but all variable names are case sensitive. That means PHP will take variable names as case sensitive names. That means when you write capital simple letters differently, they are taken as different. Writing simple PHP code and show the result. I am taking an example. This PHP script going to use a built-in PHP function called echo to output the text hello ICT students on a web page. In PHP we have a built-in function called echo. Using that function we can output something on a screen. For this, first of all, I have to open the Notepad software and type the given PHP code. Start with less than question mark PHP. I say echo within double quotation hello ICT students. Then ending the PHP code by placing question mark greater than mark. Next, I have to save this script to exam folder. Normally, that is located in C drive, exam folder, htdocs location. when you save this script to that location, you have to give a name to your PHP file. I save my file as first file. When I save that file, I have to give the file name with extension of PHP language, that is .php. So I am going to save that file as first.php. Then click on save button. After that, you have to open the web browser. For an example, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and type http://localhost/first.php in the address bar and press the enter key. We are giving first.php. The reason we saved our PHP file as first.php. When you do so, you will get the result on screen. The result is hello ICT students, because we wrote the PHP code to print the message hello ICT students on screen. Next, we are going to talk about the method of inserting PHP code into HTML. Let's start our HTML code with HTML tag, then head tag. After that, giving a title for our web page, title given as PHP, then ending the head part, starting the body part. They are defining a normal H1 heading, my first PHP page. Then we start our PHP code, and there use the built-in function echo to print the message hello ICT students. Then ending the PHP code and ending the body tag and ending the HTML tag. Finally, I have to save this code and view the result on web browser. When I view the result on web browser, I will get the given output. The output is my first PHP page, that's a H1 heading, and thereafter we will have the sentence hello ICT students. Next one, PHP comments. You know, comments are very useful to describe our codes to users. Comments are not part of the program code or source code, but they are describing our program code or source code. Accordingly, PHP also gives the facility to insert comments. Normally, we have to insert a single line comment by placing 2 slashes. And there is another option to place a single line comment is typing hash mark. When you type hash mark, after that any sentence, that will be taken as a single line comment. If you want to add a multiple line comment in a PHP, then you can start with slash mark asterisk and type your comment to multiple lines and place asterisk mark slash to show the ending of your PHP comment. So you can see this explanation on screen. First, I have created 2 slashes. This is a single line comment. Next, created another comment with hash mark. This is also a single line comment. Then created a multiple line comment by placing slash asterisk and asterisk slash. These comments are given only for the purpose of users and not for any outputs. Creating or declaring PHP identifiers. Let's see the definition of an identifier. An identifier is a term used to represent a variable or a program. Simply, we have to use a name to a variable or a program in PHP. That name given to a variable or program is called an identifier. When you name an identifier in PHP, you have to follow some rules. These rules are given on the screen. Rule number 1, an identifier must start with the letter or the underscore. Rule number 2, an identifier cannot start with a number. Next, an identifier can only contain alphanumerical characters and underscore. That means identifier can have the letters A to Z or numeric values 0 to 9 and underscore only. The special characters such as question mark, @ hash mark, $mark should not be included in an identifier. There should not be any space between words. Next, an identifiers are case sensitive. That means when you declare an identifier with capital simple differences, they are taken as different identifiers. Later on, we will discuss we have to declare an identifier with $mark first. So, when you write $simple age, comma, capital A, simple G, simple E, or capital H, they are taken as different identifiers in PHP. The reason identifiers are case sensitive. Next one, always use meaningful terms for identifiers that makes programmer easily understood the code. These are some examples of valid identifiers in PHP. $sum, $grade, $total, $main underscore counter, $discount. Examples of invalid identifiers also given. First one, $gross space amount. This identifier is invalid because there is a space between the words gross and amount. Second invalid identifier is $9 address. This is invalid because an identifier name cannot start with a number. Next one, $paid dash amount. This also invalid because an identifier cannot have any special characters. Next, we have to talk about PHP variables. Let's see the definition of variable. A variable is an identifier which changes the values given to it when the program is being executed. That means when a program is being executed, the value given to a variable will be changed. Therefore, we call it a variable. A variable starts with the $sign followed by the name of the variable. That means when you declare a variable, you have to declare it with $sign first. After that, you have to give the name for that variable. For an example, I have declared 3 variables here. First, I have to start with $mark, then giving the variable name. So see the screen, $discount. There I have declared a variable called discount, and value assigned to that variable equal 10. That's why I say $discount equal 10. You know, PHP statement should end with a semicolon. Second, I have declared another variable called subject underscore name. You know, we cannot leave spaces between the words. Therefore, I combine the word subject and name by having an underscore. That variable equal to the value, double quotation, within double quotation I have mentioned the information and communication technology. You know, there are different types of data in computer programs. The data type may be integer, string, date time, like that. But here, the subject name is a type of string variable. That means text. We have to declare that value within double quotation. Third, we have declared a variable called average. The value assigned to that variable is 45.86. To print something to screen, you have to use the echo statement. After declaring a variable, I can check its value using this echo statement. See the screen. I have declared a variable called name. Value assigned to that variable is NIE. Then I say echo $name. When you use echo $name, it's going to print the value assigned to the variable name, that is NIE. PHP variable scopes. In PHP, variables can be declared anywhere in the script. The scope of a variable is the part of the script where the variable can be referenced or used. PHP has 3 different variable scopes. That means in PHP there are 3 places to declare a variable. They are the local variable, the global variable, and the static variable. First, going to talk about local variables. A variable declared within a function has a local scope and can only be accessed within that function. When you declare a variable inside a function in PHP, that variable has a local scope. You can use that variable inside or within that function only. For an example, I declare a function in PHP using the keyword function, and the name given to that function is local test. After that, I start the declaration part of the function by placing the parentheses or curly braces. Under that, I declare a variable called x. The value given to that variable equals 5. This variable has a local scope. The reason the variable x declared within the function local test. After that, I close the declaration of the function, and later on I am going to call that function using local test parenthesis semicolon. When I call that function, I am going to print the value of the variable x using the echo function. So using the echo function, I can print the value of the variable x. When I print that value using the echo function outside the given function local test, it will generate an error. Because $x, that means variable x, is a local variable and it cannot be accessed from outside the function. Therefore, this script will generate an error. Example number 2. I have declared a PHP function called local test. Under that function, I am going to declare a variable name x and value assigned to that variable equal 5. That variable has a local scope. The reason variable x declared within the function local test. After that, using the echo method, I am going to print the value of the variable x. Then the declaration part of the function over and calling that function local test. When I call this function local test, it's going to print the value 5 as the output. The reason the variable x has a local scope and that variable value printed on screen using the method echo inside that function. Normally, local variables can have the same name in different functions because local variables are only recognized by the function in which they are declared. The second type of variable is global variables. A variable declared outside a function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside a function. For an example, here we have declared two variables named A and B, and the value assigned to those variables are respectively 10 and 15. These two variables A and B have global scope. After that, we declare a function called global test. Inside that function, I say echo $A. That means we are trying to print the variable value of A. But when you try to print that variable value A, you will notice that an error message displayed on the screen. It says undefined variable A. The reason there is no variable defined as A inside the function global test. And also, this script will not produce any output because the echo statement refers to a local version of $A variable and it has not been assigned a value within this scope. In PHP, the global keyword is used to access a global variable from within a function. But see this example. Here we are using the keyword global to access any global variables in PHP. Like previous example, we have declared the variables A and B and value 10 and 15 are assigned to them. After that, declaring the function called global test. Inside that, I am using the keyword global to access the global variables declared outside this function. They are A and B. After that, I say echo $A. In this case, the above script will output the value 10 by declaring $A global within the function. All reference to either variable will refer to the global version. There is no limit to the number of global variables that can be manipulated by a function in PHP. Third type of variable is static variables. Normally, when a function is completed or executed in PHP, all of its variables are deleted. However, sometimes we want a local variable not to be deleted. We need it for a further job. To do this, we have to use the keyword static when you first declare that variable. For an example, I declare a function called static test. Inside that, going to declare a variable called x. But that variable is declared with the keyword static. That means I am declaring that variable as a static variable. The purpose is to keep that variable after executing my PHP function. The value assigned to that variable equals 0. Then I say echo x. Then x plus plus. That means we are applying an incrementing operator and I am going to call that function static text 3 times. When you execute this code, you will get 0, 1, 2 as the output. The reason, when we start the code, the value given to variable x was 0. After that, we use the function echo to print the x value. That means it's going to print 0. After that, we increment the x value by 1. That means new x value becomes 1. Then again echo the x value. That prints 1. Next time x value incremented by 1 again. That means x value becomes 2. Again echo x. That means it prints the value 2. This will happen 3 times again and again because the function static test has been called 3 times. Next topic we are going to talk is PHP data types. When a program is executed, the input and output should be stored in computer memory. The space needed for each is defined according to the data type. Variables can store data of different types, and different data types can do different things. PHP support the following data types. In different programming languages, there are different data types. In PHP, we can find some data types. The first one is string, second integer, third one float, that means floating point numbers. They are also called double, and fourth type is boolean, and especially there is a data type called array. Again, the data types found in PHP are string. String data type is given for text type data, integer for whole numbers, floating point numbers are represented by float data type, boolean for true false cases. Array is a special data type found in PHP. First, we have to discuss string type. A string is a sequence of characters. A string can be any text. That means a string can hold letters, numbers, and special characters. The way to specify a string is to enclose that string in single quotes or double quotes. For an example, if you are going to include the sentence hello world in PHP, then you have to enclose it in either single quotation mark or double quotation mark. Then PHP will understand that's a type of string data. For an example, we have declared two variables called x and y. The value assigned to that variable are hello world. But first example, that value assigned or included in double quotation. Then value assigned to the variable y included in single quotation. Both variables are taken as string type variables. Then when you type echo $x, that's going to print the value stored inside the variable x, that is hello world. After that, I am using the br statement or function to break a line. Then again use echo $y method to print the value stored inside the variable y, that is hello world. Second one is integers. Integers are whole numbers without a decimal point. Integers can be specified in decimal number system also, that means base 10, or it can be represented in hexadecimal number system with base value 16, or octal number system with base value 8, or even in binary number system with base value 2. An integer can be either positive or negative. For an example, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. These are the examples for integer values. The PHP var dump functions returns the data type and value of a particular data value. So we can use var underscore dump function to find out the data type and value of a particular variable. See the screen. We have created a variable called a. Value assigned to that variable is 1234. That is actually a decimal number value. So when you type var underscore dump $a, it's going to return the data type of that variable integer and the value of that variable 1234. After that, declaring another variable name b and assigning the value -123 to that variable. So when you type var underscore dump $b, it prints the data type of the variable b, that is integer, and the value assigned to that variable, that is -123. Then we have to declare an octal number. When you declare octal number in PHP, you have to assign the value to the variable by starting with 0 value. For an example, say I have to assign the value 123 octal to variable c. Then I have to type $c equals 0. 0 means that number belongs to octal number system and octal number value 123. This is an octal value assignment to the variable c. Actually, octal value 123 equivalent to the decimal value 83. So when you type var underscore dump $c, it returns the data type as integer and value of the variable of c as 83. The reason it display the value in decimal number even if we declare it in octal number system. Then to declare a hexadecimal number, you have to start with 0x. There I assign the value 1a hexa to the variable d, that is equal to 26 in decimal number system. So when you type var dump $d, it returns the data type as integer and the value of the variable d as 26. Next, I have declared a variable called e and assign the binary value 8 ones to the variable e. To assign a binary value to a variable, we have to start with 0b. When you assign the binary value 8 ones to variable e, that is equivalent to the decimal value 255. So when you type var underscore dump $e, it returns the data type of the variable e as integer and the value of the variable as 255. Third one, floating point numbers or doubles. Floating point numbers, also known as floats or doubles, are decimal or fractional numbers. That means to declare fractional numbers in PHP, we have to select the data type as float. See the example. We have created a variable called x and assign the value 10.365 to that variable. So when you type var underscore dump within bracket $x, it returns the data type of the variable x, that is float, and the value of the variable is 10.365. And also declared another variable called y. and assigning the value 10.2 E3. That means 10.2 into 10 to the power 3. That's equal to 10,200. So when you type var dump $y, it returns the data type as float and the value of the variable y as 10,200. Fourth type is Boolean. A Boolean represents two possible states, either true or false. We have declared a variable called x and the value given to that variable is true. That means logical value true. After that, I type var underscore dump $x. So it returns the data type of the variable x as Boolean and the value as true. Then declared another variable called y, value given to that variable is false. So when I type var underscore dump $y, it returns bool within bracket false. That means the data type of the variable y is Boolean and value given to that variable is false. Next is the very important data type in PHP, that is array. An array stores multiple values in one single variable. Normally, a variable can store a single value at a time. But when you need to store multiple, that means many values in a single variable, you have to select an array. An array is formally defined as an index collection of data values. Each index, also known as the key of an array, is unique and references a corresponding value. In PHP, there is a function called print underscore r, which prints human readable information about a variable. See the given example. In the example, I have created a variable called cars. To create variable, I have to place the $mark and give the name of that variable. But that variable equal array. That means I have created the variable called cars as a type of array variable. Array can store multiple values under the same variable name. Accordingly, I have stored 3 values inside the variable or array called array. The values are Volvo, BMW, Toyota. So, these data items have their unique index value starting from 0. Volvo has the index value 0. BMW has the index value 1. Then Toyota has the index value 2. After that, I say print underscore r $cars. That means I am printing the human readable information about the array $cars. When I print it, I can get the output given on the screen. That is array, the 0th index value is Volvo, the first index value is BMW, and the second index value is Toyota. Manipulating PHP strings. PHP provides many built-in functions for manipulating strings, like calculating the length of a string, reversing a string, replacing a part of a string with different characters, and many others. First, going to talk about calculating the length of a string. There is a function called string length function, or the short form strlen function, which is used to calculate the number of characters inside a string in PHP. It also includes the blank spaces inside the string. For an example, I have declared a string type variable called my_str, and the value assigned to that variable is welcome to PHP. After that, using the echo function, using the string length function, I am printing the length of the variable my_str. When you see the result or output, you will find the number of characters within the sentence welcome to PHP is 14. That includes all the spaces too. Second one, counting number of words in a string. There is a function called str_word_count, which counts the number of words in a string. That means to count number of words in a string, we have to use the string word count function in PHP. For an example, I say echo string word count within double quotation the string hello world. Then it's going to calculate the number of words in that string, that is 2. It finds or separates words by the space character. In the sentence hello world, there is a single space, that means there are 2 words in the given string. Third one, reversing a string. The strrev, that means string reverse, function reverse a string. For an example, echo string reverse within double quotation hello world. Then this function is going to reverse the characters of the string hello world. Fourth one is replace text within a string. The string replace, or simply str_replace function, replaces all occurrences of the search text within the target string. For an example, I have to replace the text students with Sri Lanka. See the example. I have declared a variable called my_str, and value given to that variable is a string type value, that is hello students. Here I would like to replace the word students with Sri Lanka. For this, I am typing echo str_replace within single quotation. I have to replace students with Sri Lanka now. So I have to type the word students first. Then the replaced word, that is Sri Lanka. It has to be typed next, comma, the variable to be replaced, that is my_str. So when you complete this code, you will get the result as hello Sri Lanka. There you can find that the word students is replaced by Sri Lanka. Next, moving to PHP constants. Constants are like variables, except that once they are defined, they cannot be changed or undefined. You know, variables can have different values, but constants can have a single value only. After declaring that value, you cannot change it. That's why we call it constants. Constants are very useful for storing data that doesn't change while the script is running. Constants are defined using PHP's define function, which accepts three arguments. The first one, name of the constant, second, its value, and third option, case sensitivity. Once define the constant value, it can be accessed at any time just by referring to its name. Unlike variables, constants are automatically global across the entire script. Now we will see the syntax of declaring a PHP constant. As I told earlier, we have to define PHP constant using the function called define. Inside the bracket, there are three arguments to be declared. They are name of the constant, value given to the constant, and the third argument is case insensitive. Again, there are three parameters to be declared. First one, name, specifies the name of the constant. Second, value, specifies the value of the constant. Third one, case insensitive, specifies whether the constant name should be case insensitive or not. By default, this argument is set to false. That means PHP constants are not case insensitive. That means PHP constants are case sensitive. See these examples. Example number 1. I am going to create a constant with a case sensitive name. For this purpose, I have to use the built-in PHP function called define. Therefore, I start with the keyword define. Within bracket, give the name of the constant, that is given in capital letters as greeting, comma, give the value to that constant. The value given to the constant is welcome to PHP. And there should be another argument called case insensitive. But here that argument is not included. The reason, by default, case insensitiveness is false. So if you are not mentioning that property or argument here, PHP will take that constant as a case sensitive constant. After that, using the echo function, I am printing the value of the constant greeting. But see, echo, we gave the constant name in capital form as it is declared in define function. So I will get the output welcome to PHP. Second example, we are going to create a constant with a case insensitive name. Similar to the previous example define, first argument is name of the constant, that also greeting but given in capital form. Second, value to that constant is welcome to PHP. Third one, case insensitive, taken as true. That means we declare this constant as a case insensitive constant. The meaning of that is we declare the constant greeting here, but it can be in capital form or simple form because we declare that constant with a case insensitive name. That's why the third argument is taken as true. After that, using the function echo to print the value of the constant greeting. But see, after echo function, I use the name of the constant greeting in simple form. But in the declaration part, constant name is given in capital. But printing part, it is given in simple. Even I gave that in simple form, I got the output, welcome to PHP. The reason in my declaration, I have declared that constant as a case insensitive constant. Next, we have to talk about PHP operators. Let's see the definition of operators first. Operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. PHP divides the operators in the following groups. That means in PHP, we can find following types of operators. First one, arithmetic operators. Second, assignment operators. Third one, comparison operators. Fourth one, increment or decrement operators. Fifth, logical operators. Sixth one, string operators. And the last one, array operators. We will talk these operators one by one. Accordingly, first going to talk about arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used with numeric values to perform common arithmetical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and etc. In PHP, there are 6 arithmetic operators. The first one, plus for addition, minus for subtraction, asterisk for multiplication, slash for division, percentage mark for modulus and asterisk for exponentation or power. You can get an idea about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division by checking the screen. We will talk the last 2 operators, modulus and exponentation, in detail. First one, modulus. The percentage mark used for modulus operation. Modulus means dividing an integer by another integer and find the remainder. For an example, 15 modulus 4 mean dividing 15 by 4 and find the remainder. 15 divided by 4, remainder value is 3. Then asterisk for exponentation or power. If I need 2 to the power 5, then I have to type 2 asterisk 5 in PHP. That equals to 2 to the power 5 and that's equal 32. See this example. First, I have declared a variable called xn that's equal 5. Then declared another variable yn that's equal to. After that, I perform some arithmetical operations there and print the results of those arithmetical operations using echo function. First, performing the addition. X plus y. X value 5, y value 2, therefore 5 plus 2, 7. Then the output is given as 7. Then x minus y. That means 5 minus 2, that is 3. Then x into y, that is 5 into 2, 10. Next one, x divided by y, that is 5 divided by 2 equal 2.5. Next one, modulus operator. X modulus y, that means 5 divided by 2, remainder value 1. Last one, x exponentation y, that means 5 to the power 2. So 5 to the power 2 equal 25. Second type of operator is assignment operator. The assignment operators are used to assign values to variables. The basic assignment operator in PHP is an equal sign. It means that the left operand gets set to the value of the assignment expression on the right. There are 6 different assignment operators in PHP. The first one, the general assignment operator equal sign. That means assign. For an example, I say x equal y. That means value of y assigned to the value of x. Second one, plus equal operator. It means add and assign. For an example, I say $x plus equal $y. That means the value of x equal to the previous value of x plus the value of y. This is called add and assign. Using the same concept, we can perform subtract and assign, multiply and assign, divide and assign modulus. Now see the given examples. I have declared two variables x and y. Value given to the variable x equal 10 and value given to the variable y equal 5. First I say echo $x. That means it's going to print the value of the variable x, that is 10. I mark that output with a comment. You know, in PHP we can mention a comment with 2 slashes. After that I use the first assignment operator plus equal. That means add and assign. See the screen. There I say $x plus equal $y. That means, as I explained in previous example, the value of x equal to the previous value of x plus y. The previous x value equal 10, y value equal 5. Therefore, new x value should be 10 plus 5, 15. So when I say echo $x, it prints the value 15. Again, declaring x, y separately. X equal 8, y equal 5. Now I say $x minus equal $y. It means new x value equal to the last x value, that is 8, minus y value, that is 5. Therefore, it's equal 3. So when I say echo $x, it prints 3. Next, I have declared the variable x, that is equal 8, then y equal 3. After that I say x asterisk equal y. That means new x value equal to the previous x value multiplied by y. That means new x value equal previous x value 8 into y value 3, that's equal 24. So when I type echo $x, output should be 24. Then x value taken as 17, y value taken as 5. There I say $x divided by equal sign $y. That means we have to find the new x value by dividing the previous x value 17 by 5. That's equal 3.4. Then the last one, x value taken as 8. Then I say x percentage mark equal 3. That means I have to find the new x value by dividing the previous x value 8 by 3 and find the remainder. So 8 divided by 3 2 times, 2 into 3 6, remainder value 2. Therefore when I type echo $x, it outputs 2. Then going to talk about comparison operators. The PHP comparison operators are used to compare two values, that mean numbers or string. The final result of a comparison operator is always takes a boolean value. So the result will be either true or false. There are 8 different comparison operators in PHP. They are equal, equal. This operator is used to compare one value with another value and returns true if they are equal. For an example, I say $x equal $y. It returns true when x value is equal to y value. Second one, equal equal equal, 3 times equal. This operator is called identical operator. See the example, $x equal 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 $y. It returns true if value of x is equal to value of y and they are of the same data type. Third one, exclamation mark equal sign. This operator is called not equal operator. For an example, I say $x not equal $y. It returns true if the value of x is not equal to the value of y. Next one, also not equal. We can find this operator in programming languages like Python also. So I say $x, that operator, not equal operator, $y. It also returns true if value of x is not equal to value of y. Next one, not identical operator. See the example, $x not identical to $y. The result is it returns true if x is not equal to y or they are not of the same data type. Next is an important comparison operator, greater than operator. I say $x greater than $y. It returns true when the value of x is greater than value of y only. Next one, less than operator. Example, $x less than $y. It returns true if the value of x is less than the value of y. Next one, greater than or equal. Example, $x greater than or equal $y. It returns true if the value of x is greater than or equal to value of y. Last one, less than or equal. Example, $x less than or equal $y. It returns true if value of x is less than or equal to $y. So these are the comparison operators found in PHP. The result of comparison operator should always be true or false only. See the given examples. Here we have created 3 variables x, y, z and assigned the value 25, 35, 25 respectively. The variable z equal 25, but it's a type of string variable. The reason value included within double quotation. Under that, first we say var underscore dump $x equal equal $z. That means we check whether the value of variable x equal to the value of the variable z. Value of the variable x is 25 and the value of the variable z equal also 25. That means they are equal and output should be the boolean true. Second, var underscore dump $x identically equal to $z. That means here we have to check whether the value of variable x and value of variable z are equal, and also check the data type of the variable x and variable z are same. Value of the variable x 25, value of the variable z also 25, so their values are equal. But check their data types. X is an integer type variable and z is a string type variable. Therefore their data type are different and therefore output should be boolean false. Third, var underscore dump $x not equal to $y. The value given to x equal 25, the value given to y equal 35. Therefore 25 not equal to 35 and the output should be boolean true. Then the fourth one, var underscore dump $x not identically equal to $z. Value given to x equal 25, value given to z equal also 25. Their values are same, but their data type are different. Therefore, when I say x not identically equal to z, it produce boolean true as the output. Next, var underscore dump $x less than $y. Value of x is 25, value of y 35. Therefore, 25 less than 35 mean boolean true, because 25 less than 35. Next one, $x greater than $y. Value of x 25, value of y 35, but it's not true. Therefore, it returns boolean false. Next, var dump $x less than or equal to $y. X value 25 less than or equal to y value 35. That is true. Last one, var underscore dump $x greater than or equal to $y. X value 25 greater than or equal to y value 35. It's not true. Therefore, output boolean false. So these are the examples for comparison operators found in PHP. Next, we have to talk about increment or decrement operators. The PHP increment operators are used to increment a variable's value. The PHP decrement operators are used to decrement a variable's value. There are 4 different increment and decrement operators in PHP. Let's see them one by one. First one, plus plus variable value. We call this as pre-increment. Here we have to increment the variable value by 1 and then return the result. Second one, variable value plus plus. We call this post increment. Here first we return the value of x, then increment the value of x by 1. Therefore we call this as post increment. But in pre-increment, we increment the value of x first, then only return the value of x. Next one, minus minus variable value. This is called pre-decrement. Here, first we have to decrement the value of the variable by 1, then return the value of the variable x. Next one, $x minus minus. That means variable value minus minus. This is called post decrement. Here we return the value of the variable x first, then only decrement the value of the variable x by 1. This is called post decrement. We see the examples and understand the concept of increment and decrement operators next. See the given examples. I declared a variable called x. Value given to that variable is 10. Then I apply pre-increment operator first. There I say echo plus plus $x. That means first of all I have to increment the value of variable x by 1 and return the result. Accordingly, value of the variable x is given as 10. Then with this pre-increment operator, it will be incremented to 11. Therefore, when I type echo $x, output should be 11. See the next one. Here, variable x equal 10. Next I say echo $x plus plus. This is called post increment. Here, first we have to return the value of x. That is 10. After that only we increment the value of x by 1. Then when I call echo $x, it returns 11 as the output. Okay, see the third example. X value equal 10. Thereafter I say echo minus minus $x. This is a pre-decrement operator. That means first of all I have to decrement the value of x. That means 10 should be decremented to 9. Therefore output is 9. After that only returns the value. Then when I call echo $x, that also returns 9 as the output. Next example. X value equal 10. Next say echo $x minus minus. Here this is a post decrement operator. So first of all we have to return the value of x, that means it returns the value as 10, then only decrement it by 1. When you call echo $x again, it returns 9 because the previous x value decremented by 1 by the post decrement operator. Then the last type of PHP operators is logical operators. The logical operators are typically used to combine conditional statements. We have discussed different logical operations under our unit number 4, logic gates and Boolean algebra. Here also we have the same theory. Therefore, I am not going to talk these logical operators in detail. See the screen. First logical operator is AND. We know if there are two variables x and y, it produces the result true if both x and y are true only. Second OR operator. I say $x or $y. It produces true if either $x, that means value of x, or value of y is true. Then the third operator is XOR operator. See the example, $x XOR $y. It returns true if either x value or y value is true but not both. The last logical operator is NOT operator. In PHP, we represent NOT operator by exclamation mark. See the example, NOT $x. It returns true if value of x is not true only. Now we came to the end of this video tutorial. Today we discuss the PHP part of our 10.7 ICT syllabus. We have some advanced features of PHP, including control structures and the MySQL part. These concepts will be discussed in coming video tutorial of iTech Academy.